All right, so a big part of the Peaceful Abs program is going to be about repetition because remember, you're learning a new skill, okay? And so we want to go over the basics again and again and again. And we've kind of covered this already where people make content for the sake of getting attention, and in order to do that they use human psychology to grab your attention, even by coming up with fear mongering titles or like talking about different things, even though like when it comes to fat loss there's like three things that you need to talk about over and over again. That's it. So we're going to do a lot of repetition because my goal is to actually help you and to get you to continuously focus on the three things that will cause actual fat loss, okay? And so that you're not distracted. So let's review real quick. Remember, you're learning a new skill. Relax, breathe, be patient. Okay, remember, fat loss is about physics, okay? And a pound of body fat is made up of 3,500 calories. You have four categories of calories. You got carbs, which is 4 calories in a gram. You got fat, which is 9 calories in a gram. You got protein, which is 4 calories in a gram. And you got alcohol, which is 7 calories in a gram. That's all your calories, okay? Um, then we are going to quickly review the nutrition protocol. We're in phase one, okay? We want to use single ingredient foods, boxed or packaged foods that have clear nutrition guidelines, and then you're going to make your own quadrant one foods or keystone foods, which is going to be high enjoyment and low calorie density, okay? And so, for example, we're going to talk about the burrito again. The burrito diet came about because I realized I could make a low calorie, high protein, delicious burrito, which then would give me a lot of excess calories to do whatever I want with, which is quadrant two, which is high enjoyment and high calorie density. So, the thing that we're going to go over today, so that's the quick review, okay? So remember, all that is extremely important, and your perspective and your state of being is going to be the most important piece of the puzzle, because if you don't put peacefulness and calmness and a light touch into this, then you're going to have a stressful experience. Your probability of achieving the goal is going to be low. Now, I want to talk about this piece right here, the 7P framework, okay? We're going to zoom in here a little bit. Okay, the 7P framework. Planning produces peace. Prioritizing protein produces possibilities. Okay, what am I talking about? Well, allow me to explain. So, planning, what I'm referring to is, and this doesn't mean you got to do some extensive crazy plan. Literally, if you take 5 to 10 seconds to think about what you're going to do later today to hit your protein, to hit your calories, that's planning. If you take 5 to 10 seconds to think about, oh, I'm not going to be able to be home today because I have XYZ meetings and blah, 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 I got errands, and you think, okay, well, I'm going to grab some protein shakes on the way, and then when I drive home, I'm going to stop at McDonald's, grab a hamburger, just to fill myself a little bit, and then at home tonight, I'll make whatever. That's all planning is. It's not some crazy thing. It's just thinking about what you're going to do, because when you don't plan and you show up in these situations, if you did not have a plan, you're far more likely to just blow your calories out of the water. Okay, so that's the first part. Planning produces peace. Because when you show up in this situation, and that might be a business dinner, that might be a wedding, and you've taken 5 seconds, 10 seconds to think about it, you're not gonna be there and like, oh my God, like you're gonna be in a much calmer, more prepared place. Okay, so planning produces peace. Prioritizing protein produces possibilities. Okay, so this is where the keystone foods come in. This is why, you know, We talk about quadrant 1, we talk about quadrant 2. You'll notice how all of this stuff is actually interrelated. The more you prioritize protein, the more possibilities open up to you. So I'll give you one specific example of this. Okay, let's say I'm going. I know I'm going to a wedding reception tonight, and I plan on having 2 drinks, and I want to have the cake and whatever and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to give myself about 1,500 calories when I'm there to eat whatever I want. Cool. Now, during the day, how am I going to make that happen is I prioritize protein. I make sure I know where I'm getting my protein from, because then at night, all my protein requirements and targets are pretty much met. And now I have all my fats and all my carbs to do whatever I want with. And that's what's mostly available when we go to different things like fats and carbs and alcohol, right? So what I might do in that situation is I might go, hey, I'm gonna have 3 Core Power Elite protein shakes, which are 42 grams of protein each. I might say I'm gonna do the strong shake that I made, which is about 70 or 80 grams of protein in the morning. Okay, I might say, oh, I'm gonna drink Greek yogurt, which is pretty much straight protein. I might say I'm gonna eat 2 or 3 quesadillas that I've made in the morning throughout the day, which is gonna give me about 90 grams of protein. So my point is, when you prioritize protein, at the end of the day, you're gonna have more possibilities to you, which again, that's what it's all about. Like, being able to have optionality and being able to adapt to any situation. All right, so we're gonna stop at that. We're gonna keep it short. We reviewed some of the pieces that we've gone over. We've reviewed the fundamentals of fat loss. We've reviewed that this is a skill and you're learning it. Where we've gone over. Remember, we're in phase 1, so we want to make our own quadrant 1 foods with single ingredient foods and boxed and packaged foods, because they're easy to track. A chicken breast only has 1 ingredient, it's chicken breast. As long as you weigh it, it's really hard to mess up tracking it. Boxed foods, for example, like I got some Oreos over there. It says right there, 3 Oreos is 1 serving, right? I don't even have to weigh it. I just scan it, I eat 3 Oreos, I'm good to go. So that's it for today. We'll get back into this tomorrow. We'll start diving into the food enjoyment matrix and how it relates to Keystone Foods. I will see you tomorrow.